We were having problems with our GenerLink. Now she's saying fault. It was flicking between load limits, alternate source. See, that's from the generator. You got the generator plugged in, this comes on, and when it's just utility, regular utility. So now it's on the fault. I don't know, even if I plugged in a generator, I don't think anything would work at this point. But last year it was making a bunch of banging noises. And the guy told me a story that they had an old farmhouse one time and it kept doing that, and they replaced it or fixed it up, and it did it again, and they said they discovered that there's warm air leaking from inside the house and coming into the device, and of course the warm air meeting the cold air, it condensed, and there was moisture inside. So the GenerLink is just this device here. I paid $2,500 for that. And it's very simple. They just take the clips off, take this meter part out, and then put that in between and put it all back together again, and that's it. And then when you have the power outage, you pull this little rubber plug off and plug in your cord and start your generator. So, but the guy last year, after we had it replaced, they sent it away to get fixed, and it took so long to come back. I said, well, can you just put another one in it? I think they have a 10-year warranty on them. And anyway, so they put a new one on, and that's kind of flickering. But when it's tripping back and forth, like there's a little solenoid in there, I guess, of some sort, or some kind of a thing, it's spring activated. And when it senses no power, it'll flick one way or the other. So I don't know what's going on in there. The moisture builds up, and what happened was, like I said, the warm air comes out. There's a little hole, of course, where the cord goes in, where they feed the electrical wires into the breaker box, breaker panel. And this is on the east side, and we get west winds. It blows the air. Of course, you know, it probably leaks anyway. This old house leaks air everywhere. And it finds its way into the box and meets the cold air, and it condensates and causes moisture to build up inside. And then you have this flickering going on, and that's what it was doing last year. So anyway, the guy that came last year to fix it, I told all that to him, and he said, well, he didn't have a spray foam, but he had some putty. So he put some putty in around the hole and stogged her in there real good. So it's kind of weird that it's doing it again, because I thought that would solve the problem. We didn't have any problems right up till now. I mean, we've had some cold weather. So anyway, I'm just waiting for the guy to come. He's gonna take this off. I mean, I could probably take it off myself. You just cut this and take this clip off. I guess you take this one off first and pull the whole thing off. I watched them do it there last year. And it might be a good idea. I don't know if they can get a better box that's sealed more in the back. I mean, I caulked all around here and I did the siding. It would have been nicer if they could have taken this box off, and I would have done the siding and then put the box on. You would have to fart around with all this J-channel garbage. But I have everything caulked up really good. There's no moisture getting in behind there. It's just condensation from the air. So there must still be, you know, air getting in there somehow. See, whenever I did the siding, I just pulled the siding out from behind, and there's some insulation in behind there, 1-inch foam or styrofoam, and I left it in there. I think I did anyway. I kind of forget now. Hopefully they'll come along pretty soon as I turn the power off in there, because it was banging and clunking going on. So this is when I first went out before it started banging really bad. I just happened to stick my head out the window and heard this thing buzzing. And figured it wouldn't be too long before it started banging. It took about 15 minutes and that's what it started doing. Makes an awful racket. The first time I did it, I thought the house was going to go on fire. I kind of panicked and I called 911 and I wanted Maritime Electric to come out and disconnect. So I was thinking, geez, I'm going to have to start the tractor and pull that thing off the side of the house. I wasn't sure what I was going to have to do. Anyway, it's been an hour now since I called. What's the temperature here now? Almost minus 10. Not much of wind out tonight. It's supposed to get up to +2 tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
Definitely on the inside.
Yeah.
There's ice in it.
And there's nothing else anywhere else, really.
Obviously, moisture getting in there somehow. It's all full of moisture all inside of there, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. Well, the first time it happened last year was, geez, just like somebody...
Why is it? I mean, it's obviously probably some moisture got on the board and done some damage, but why is it doing that?
So nothing really in there either.
No, there's not really any much water in there.
No.
There's a little bit on the lip there, but
Yeah.
a little bit on the bottom of the GenerLink.
Yeah, it's weird. The putty, they got the putty shoved in there.
Yeah, he's got the putty in there. Yeah, maybe we'll pull the putty out and spray on it.
Yeah. One of the boys came and took it off, and he noticed there's some ice just down here inside. And he thought that was kind of odd. There shouldn't be anything inside that. Anyways, it's nothing inside the box here. So tomorrow they're going to come and tomorrow morning just kind of double check it, I guess, and see if there's anything wrong with the neutral wires, he thought, or I don't know. Take a look at that and see what's going on with the moisture in there. But the box wasn't frosted up or looked weird or anything, and he said like it wouldn't be able to get into this. Like, it would have to be full of water, and it's not going to get full of water. Anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow.